Hi, my name is Mary Wong, and welcome to my live post number 34, where we'll be talking to Sean Gallagher. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
she's our expert hypnotist in Toronto. And just to give you a little bit of a background, years ago when I was going through fertility challenges myself and being a practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine, I saw lots of patients. And somehow, Sean Gallagher this and Sean Gallagher that, her name kept on popping up as I was treating women and couples. So I thought, oh my gosh, who the heck is this woman? And I'm going to have to check her out because they were giving lots of praise to her. So I found her out. I found her, and I had my first hypnosis treatment with her, and it blew me away because I guess, first of all, I was ignorant. I had no clue what hypnosis was other than, Howie Mandel. Was it Howie Mandel?
No, Mike Mandel.
Mike Mandel, excuse me. Some Mandel.
Yeah.
He would get
the great Mike Mandel.
Yeah, right. And he would have people on stage, and there's this full audience, and he would make them bark like dogs or, walk around and do funny things. Well, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want that to happen. But anyway, point is, when I went, I was just amazed at the amount of compassion, the level of care, and to learn about what hypnosis really is. So I'm actually not gonna, I don't do it justice. So I'm gonna pass this on to Sean to let you know exactly a little bit about what it is, why we use it, and tonight I think we're going to do a quick little mini guided self-hypnosis. So let's talk about it. So let's start with what is hypnosis?
What is hypnosis? Well, I could spend the hour just even doing that. And experts in the field are still trying to figure out really what it is. But most people would agree that it's a focused state. So we generally kind of focus internally. And we're typically working with positive suggestions. So it's kind of like redoing lines of code in say, your computer software program. So we're working with the unconscious mind to make changes, and the doorway to that unconscious mind is, relaxing, going into that inner focus state just makes it easier. So it's a natural state. We're in and out of what hypnotists call trance every day. So whether it's repetitive exercise, focusing on a digital device, watching a movie, reading a book, those would be light states of and acupuncture. When I get acupuncture, I will go into trance just naturally. So in that state, we're more receptive to suggestion. So that's why we use it.
Right, and then the suggestion, of course, in this case is about reprogramming this subconscious belief that may not necessarily be helpful or beneficial for our overall health, whether it is physical or emotional or spiritual, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so what kind of things have you been treating with hypnosis?
Well, hypnotists can... there are hypnotists that are generalists, so they'll just kind of do a wide range of presenting issues. Because of my background as a midwife, I initially just started working primarily with prenatal classes and sort of doing other kinds of things. Pretty much all hypnotists can do smoking cessation, weight management, and stress management. So that's sort of basic level hypnosis. And then generally... additional training for things like childbirth or working with kids, sports, that kind of thing. So a large part of my practice is the childbirth preparation, and then I started getting women over the years who were coming for fertility, and I thought, oh, well, that's interesting. I didn't know a whole lot about it at the time. I did a lot of research to bring myself up to speed, and as the first people were coming through, they would tell me that they're stressed, and I thought, I know stress. I get it. I get that would be stressful, and I've had clients who are very stressed for other reasons, whether it's career or stuff going on in their lives. So, and I would ask them about it, and you get a pretty good sense of their levels of stress. So I thought, I'm knowledgeable about this. So I say, okay, well, tell me about your stress. And they tell me about their stress, and I think, I had no idea. and you know how they measure earthquakes, where, you know, each point is not 1 step higher, it's 10 steps higher, it's exponential. Well, I would say fertility stress is exponential. Like, it's another solar system. Like, it's I've never seen stress like that before. And then of course, you know, all the experts are so helpful. They say, you need to not be stressed, right? Because stress affects fertility. And it's like,
Right, and that's the last thing you want to hear, because it's like, okay, I'm stressed, and you're telling me not to be stressed, but how the hell do I not be stressed, right?
How do I do that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where you come, and that's one of the reasons why I went to Sean. And I'm going to be a little bit personal, okay?
Sure, yeah.
So, because you know this, but when I was going through fertility challenges and being in the natural health profession, but yet having blocked fallopian tubes, that was irreversible, and the only way I could actually deal with it was to take them out and actually do IVF if I really wanted a child. So it was something totally out, like it was completely not in my radar. I never thought that I would ever surrender to it, but because I had to reevaluate my life and say, you know, do I want child, or do we go child free, or do we do adoption? Well, I mean, truth be told, we actually went through every pathway, right?
Yeah.
But so we didn't discount trying to have children ourselves. But to do that, I was like, how can I surrender myself to IVF if deep in my core, I'm so against it, and like I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate drugs. So it's like, if I surrender to it consciously, I knew my body was still subconsciously saying no. And so that's one of the reasons why I looked at hypnosis. And, you know, you really brought it home to me that I could surrender to it. So I think that the hypnosis was really great in that way. So thank you for that. Anyway, I don't want to waste too much time, because I don't want to make this thing go on and on. So why don't we go ahead and actually do a little mini self-hypnosis, because I'm sure everybody wants a piece of that.
So what I would preface it, I'm assuming people are not watching this while they're driving, but it's just, if you're doing anything that requires your attention, then either stop doing that or come back to this later and kind of check that out.
Absolutely.
Because we're wanting you to go kind of internally and bring your awareness inside. If you need your attention elsewhere, then this is going to work against that. So now, having said that, if at any point during this you need to come out and put your, like, I don't know, if the phone rings or somebody's banging on the door or something like that, then you have to, you know, answer that, then you can just very easily, you know, bring yourself out. So if you think about, say you go and watch a really fascinating movie, and then all of a sudden something's happening a few seats down in that movie theater, like, your attention will go to what's going on, and you can bring your awareness away from the movie and to what's happening. So you're in control during all of this. Part of the reason why I like to teach self-hypnosis is to give people more control.
Sure.
So because we're in and out of hypnotic states a lot during our day anyway, most hypnotists, and I include myself in this group, say that our work is less about getting you into trance and more about getting you to recognize all the times in your day you're already in trance. And then to get it to work for you.
Right.
Because there's a lot of marketing out there that, especially the very savvy corporations, they know that process of getting you into that focused state, telling you what to buy or how to vote, what to think, what to wear, you know, those kinds of things. And I get it that's, you know, corporations are doing that, but I'm thinking if we can have self-hypnosis as a bit of a defense,
right,
so that you are in control of your mind.
Yes.
Not corporations, religions, politicians, that kind of thing.
So then, you know what? I'm going to add in this piece.
Yeah.
You in control of your mind versus being impacted by what the doctors say. Because when you go to a doctor, they'll say something and you believe it like it's God's words, right?
Yes.
And then you make it mean something. So, for example, going to a doctor and they say, oh, gee, your eggs are old, then you internalize it and you think that's the truth.
Yeah.
So hypnosis would be a way to help release some of that connection with it, right? That story, which is not
to
true.
bring some balance to that. Yeah. So I'm not saying that the doctor's saying anything inappropriate, because if they're reading off lab values, then they're just sort of going with what the science is showing. We do know that, say, FSH levels will change with stress.
Absolutely.
Right? So, they could look at a lab value and say, oh my goodness, your FSH is, way off the chart. But then you can come back and, be de-stressed and have better values.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, and for those that don't know this, FSH is follicle stimulating hormone, which is checked out on day 3 of your menstrual cycle. And typically, when it's over 10, they say, "Oh, gee, it's not good. You're advanced maternal age or heading towards menopause," to put it lightly.
Right. Yeah. So somebody could have a level of 20, 25, or even higher. And then at the next visit, have it well under 10.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it's a number on a page, and it has some importance. So the thing that I find is not uncommon, that when I'm working with people one-on-one, a good chunk of the work is dehypnotizing her from what she's been told.
Right.
So that she can then start to see things in a different perspective, start to take control over herself.
Okay.
And
Okay, so then why don't we do something simple, and because it'll have to be more general, and then at the end of this post, I will actually physically write down contact information if you want to reach Sean, and you can even provide a free self-hypnosis recording, and if they want to contact you directly and actually get a session with you, whether it's here at Alive Holistic Health, or even sometimes you could Skype, because people could be watching from all over.
Right,
this can work, right?
Yeah, so at the end we'll talk about, I have a few different recordings of people I'm happy to share with anybody. If they want to email me, we can do that.
So we'll just put the contact information at the end of the post.
Yeah.
Okay? Great. Okay, so let's get started.
So what I would say is that typically with hypnosis too, that, if we go to the classic kind of, iconic imagery of the pocket watch, right? So the pocket watch is swinging. Probably it was some hypnotist way back in the day who just had a pocket watch, pulled it out, and then decided to start using it with probably a stage hypnosis show. So the pocket watch, the staring at a candle flame, all of those kinds of things, that's just to help focus the mind, help us get into that internalized state. So the way I teach it is focusing your eyes on a spot. Now, if you focus your eyes on a spot straight ahead, that's good. You could look down, but when we look up, so if you aim for like a 45-degree angle up, or even on the ceiling, what that does is that causes some eye strain. And that just makes it hard. It's just harder, more work for your eyes to do that. So finding a spot above your sight line will create that eye strain, but it will also help physiologically move the brainwave patterns into a slower pattern that we call alpha.
Okay, awesome. Let's do this.
So I'll guide you through it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So as you find a spot above your sight line, and everybody watching can join in on all this. When you're ready on your own time, close your eyelids, but still imagine that you're looking at that spot through your eyelids. And then take a breath, count to 3. On the 3, let your eyes, your whole body relax. And now for the next moment, you can use a process that will help deepen this state. And there are many ways to do that. One way is to use numbers. So you could start with the number 1. And as you form that number in your mind's eye and dissolve that number, tell yourself with every number, I go deeper and deeper. So that as the numbers are forming and dissolving, every number takes you deeper and deeper. Of course, the deeper you go, the better it feels. And the better it feels, the deeper you can go. And so in a moment, you're going to repeat this process. Every time you do this, you can let yourself go to a deeper state than the time before. So when you're ready, opening your eyes, find a spot above your sight line again. And as you find a spot, when you're ready, just close your eyelids. Still focusing on that spot. Take a breath, count to 3. On the 3, let your eyes, your whole body, just go twice as deep. That's right. And then this time we'll try something a bit different. You could use your breath. And so as you breathe in calm and peace, you could breathe in relaxation. You could just tell yourself with every breath, you go a little bit deeper and deeper. And the nice thing with this is that you can let the chair just do the work of holding you, supporting you. And we know that slower, deeper breaths into the base of the lungs help to remind the body that it is safe to relax. We know that longer exhales as compared to inhales also do that. Both help bring the parasympathetic nervous system online. So every breath just takes you deeper and deeper. And in a moment you're going to repeat this a third time. Every time you do this, you automatically go deeper than the time before. So when you're ready, opening your eyes for the third time, on your own time. That's right. Close your eyelids. Take a deep breath, count to 3, and just let all of you go, maybe even 10 times deeper. And for this moment, you could become aware in your mind's eye of a beautiful set of stairs, and they could be stairs outdoors, and they could be stairs indoors. You get to choose. And if you're very visual, you'll see them pretty clearly. But if you just pretend it's all the same, then you would tell yourself every step takes me deeper and deeper into calm and comfort, and relaxation, more and more. And as you can do as many steps as you'd like, when you're feeling fairly relaxed, you could just raise a finger briefly, just so I'm not going too fast or too slow. That's right. And then if you'd like, you could step into a wonderful place, a safe and happy place, a place you really enjoy. So for some people that's a lovely vacation spot, it could be a happy memory, it could just be something very simple, but it's important that it be something you like and that it feels good. And again, if you're very visual, you'll see this clearly. Maybe you just focus on the good feeling and the reassuring sounds of this wonderful place. And of course, at any point you can take a slow deep breath. Tell yourself on the exhale, I relax twice as deep. On the exhale, I relax twice as deep, because you're in control. You're always in control. And the most important first step with hypnosis is that your unconscious mind recognizes you as the authority of it. That you are in control of what that wonderful unconscious mind absorbs and it's functioning. So in your mind you can repeat a command that's something like, every time I do self-hypnosis, I go faster and deeper into trance. My mind accepts the positive hypnotic commands I give it. So that as you are the recognized authority of your unconscious mind, your unconscious is always looking to you for guidance, assistance, direction. And it can prioritize the positive hypnotic commands that you consciously prefer. So perhaps that's about excellent sleep at night, good vitality in your day, some aspect or aspects of fertility. It could be whatever you prefer. So I want to thank your unconscious for helping you out in wonderful ways. It wants you to be happy. It wants you to feel good, to be successful. It wants you to be comfortable. And it's here to help you. Thank you, unconscious mind, for all that you've done, all that you are doing. In a moment, you'll be coming back to full alertness, bringing this good feeling with you as you come, refreshed and energized. 5, coming back, and as you're coming back, bring that good feeling. 4, back to full alertness. 3, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. 2, eyes starting to open when you're ready. 1, eyes open, back in the room. Just take your time. Good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, isn't it? Yeah, I know.
At first, I have to say, I was, being mindful. We're doing a post, and I'm like, okay, do I look good? But or can they see us doing it? Can they hear you?
Yeah.
And then I was just listening to your instruction, and I was wavering in and out of your instruction.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, can I relax? Well, and then all of a sudden, it was like, phew.
Yeah.
It just feels so, it's like this lovely weight, but like not like it's just like a nice, relaxed weight. So, I'm just relaxing.
Yeah,
that was great. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to revisit this post tonight before bed, and I'm going to play it. Literally at that time. Yeah. So maybe you guys should do that too, because I feel really, really relaxed. But I got to drive home after this.
It's true.
So I got to wake back up. So thank you. That was really awesome. So as you are watching this, I hope that you will, I invite you to watch it over and over again. And again, as I said, I will be posting up Sean's contact, our contact. Please go ahead and watch it again and again. Visit my other live post blogs and check out my book. And by the way, in my book, Pathways to Pregnancy, I do dedicate a piece of hypnosis, which is due to Sean's wise counsel. And so check that out as well. So thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
And that's it. So check out my book, Pathways to Pregnancy. You can get it at any bookstore, Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
It's a great book. I've been getting great feedback from a lot of people. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't I tell you? I didn't tell you.
I don't know. Well, you know what? I have to say, when I was at the conference, this Integrated Fertility Symposium in BC, and I was not a presenter, but I went to lots of presentations, and one of which was a reproductive endocrinologist, a fertility doctor out in Seattle. And as I was asking her a question, just out of the blue, she says, "By the way, I really loved your book." And it blew me away, because first of all, I didn't even introduce myself. I guess I don't look that different from my book.
Right. Wow.
But I was really amazed. So that was great
nice.
feedback.
That's
so thank
nice.
you for your feedback.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't want to keep talking on and on because we are. And so thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Please check out my live post next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be here, be square. And that one, as I had actually promised, I will be doing a post on a fertility story of hope. And so I will definitely do that then. And then the week after, I think I'm going to do a recipe, which is a boiled cabbage for preventing ovarian hyperstimulation when people are going through IVF.
Very nice. Yeah. Oh, good.
Okay, so join me next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care.
You.
Thanks again, Sean. Bye.